What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Your boy TheDreadMan is back with an episode of Nerd Talk, and I want to give you guys my Avengers Infinity War prediction. Now, I made my first Marvel-related video back in 2009, I believe it was, when I was talking about the top 5 superhero movies that need to be made. And lo and behold, 2 of them were actually made. Thor and Deadpool. Even though Deadpool is Fox Marvel and not Marvel Studios Marvel, but still. And I was talking about in 2010, where the Thor movie got delayed because it was supposed to be released in 2010, and instead it got released in 2011. But yeah, I mean, Marvel's come a long way in the past 10 years, and I'm proud to be, a part of that journey because it started back in 2008 with the first Iron Man movie, and look at where we are now. Now, main cast of the Avengers, and they will not know he exists until the Infinity War movie itself, so that prediction got knocked out. Another one is how did Thanos acquire the Infinity Gauntlet, and that's something that we have no clue about yet, but I'm pretty sure that we are going to find out in the day of the movie. Another one I asked was, and this is a huge one, who are the last 2 Infinity Stones? We found out the Time Stone was in Doctor Strange, and the Soul Stone will more than likely appear in Avengers Infinity War. But don't worry, we'll get to where it could be when I talk about my death predictions. Another thing is, I asked which Infinity Stone will Thanos get his hands on first, and that was the question that I asked that I ended up being right about. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's get to the death predictions. I'm going to go down the list from most likely to somewhat likely to least likely. Let's do it. Iron Man. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and say pretty likely. I mean, because there's a couple of characters who can fill Iron Man's shoes. I mean, as far as staying power. I mean, the thing is, I wouldn't mind. I mean, if it'll hurt me because Iron Man is actually my favorite Marvel character ever. He's number 1 in my eyes. But if he does survive, I kind of don't want to see him in any more solo films. He'd be just as good a supporting character. Like, if you need to bring him back for another, you want to bring him back for another Spider-Man movie, that's fine. You want to have him do smaller ones, that's fine. But like, I think his character arc is finished, and he doesn't really need to appear in any more movies. But he could appear in another Avengers movie if they want to make another one. The Vision. Very likely. He's a goner. If he makes it to the second Avengers Infinity War movie, or if he makes it to Avengers 4, it'll be a damn miracle because he has that Mind Stone in the middle of his forehead. Star-Lord. Star-Lord is not very likely. I mean, because Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is already it's already gotten the green light. And I don't know like what they do if they were to kill off Star-Lord, or if they were to kill him off in Infinity War and then bring him back in Avengers 4. We'll see about that. Captain America. Very likely. He is the most likely person to die on this entire list. I mean, probably because, come on, chronologically, he's like 112 years old or something like that. I mean, and the thing is, like, you've done everything that you can do with this character. I mean, he's probably had some of the most character development in the entire MCU. Basically, from, him coming up from where he came from, him being this little weakling, and then him transforming into the symbol of America, and him being betrayed by his own country, and then, having to fight his own teammates because of different ideals, and then having to go up against the ultimate threat from space. So, yeah, there's not much more you can do. And, like, and spoiler alert for some people, because he's actually died in the comics. So, yeah, I mean, why not have that, be part of the source material and have him die a heroic death at the end of Infinity War? Scarlet Witch. I'm going to go ahead and say somewhat for Scarlet Witch, because her brother Quicksilver died. I'm hoping he gets brought back in Avengers 4 because the MCU needs a speedster. But yeah, I mean, the Vision's more likely to die than Scarlet Witch. I mean, I think that Vision dying is going to send Scarlet Witch over the edge. But I'd say, like, if she... there's 2 sorcerers. You got Doctor Strange, I'll get to him in a second, and then you got Scarlet Witch. I would say her dying is probably about 64. Now, her dying is probably about 40-60. There's like a 40% chance that she will and a 60% chance that she won't. I think she's safe, at least for the first Infinity War movie. Gamora. She's one of the daughters of Thanos, and that kind of does put a little bit of a target on her back, but I think for the most part she's safe. She's going to get a couple of bumps and bruises, but I don't really think anything major is going to happen to her. Thor. Thor falls into the 50-50 category because we've seen it in the trailer where he gets mortally wounded by Thanos. And he's going to, I believe, like his main story arc in the movie is going to team up with Guardians to forge a new hammer that got broken in Thor Ragnarok. Spoiler alert for people who haven't seen that. But if you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure that you've seen it. But it would be something if he were to die in one of these Infinity War movies, and Beta Ray Bill were to pick up his new hammer, the Stormbreaker, and he take the mantle of Thor now. Bucky, the Winter Soldier. I think for the most part he's safe. If Bucky is, I think if Captain America dies, then Bucky's safe. If Bucky dies, Captain America's safe. I think that's the way that's going to work. I mean, but I think that Bucky is pretty much. I think that he's going to carry the MCU in the next 3 or 4 movies. Drax the Destroyer. Very, very likely. Because you haven't really seen a lot of him in the footage. You haven't really seen too much of him fighting or anything like that. And he's already said that he's after Thanos. That's his main target. And he knows good and well that he can't take on Thanos by himself. So he might stupidly rush into battle and end up getting himself killed by Thanos. And it's kind of in the gray. It's kind of unknown whether he's going to appear in Guardians 3 or not. The Incredible Hulk. Not likely. I mean, because the Hulk, you could do a lot with him. I don't know. I mean, Marvel said they don't know if they're going to do any more solo movies with him, even though I don't see why not. I mean, I think they're pretty much just going to save him for crossover in Avengers movies, you know. But that pretty much does make the most sense. And Hulk's one of the strongest characters that there is. And so, I mean, Thanos, even in the comics, has avoided fighting the Hulk because that's pretty much his, physical equal. Sans the Infinity Stones, of course. Yeah, I think the Hulk is safe for the most part. Spider-Man. I think that Spider-Man he's gonna be safe for the most part, but even though he's gonna come out of Infinity War with some bumps and bruises, kind of like we've seen in the trailer. But yes, Spider-Man. I think what the MCU is going to do in the next couple of years is have him do his own Spider-Verse. Like the MCU is going to branch off, and then he's going to have his own little solo series. They're probably going to have Spider-Man do like another 3 or 4 movies with the Sinister Six, and probably even do a Venom or Deadpool crossover or something like that. So yeah, I think Spider-Man's safe. Rocket is that lovable jokester, so I think he's safe for the most part. I mean, and I think that Bradley Cooper's already confirmed him for Guardians 3. Black Widow. Black Widow dying kind of would be a shock to me, but I'm going to go ahead and put Black Widow at a 50-50 chance. I mean, a lot of people have expressed that, Scarlett Johansson, playing Black Widow in her own solo movie. If Black Widow were to get a solo movie, I think it would have to be kind of a prequel. Yeah, I think it would have to be a prequel movie, not, a follow-up movie, because, I mean, there's not really that much you can do with her outside of crossover movies. Falcon. You can put him in the same boat as Bucky. I mean, if Captain America dies, either Falcon or Bucky can take over as, Captain America, because they both done it in the comic book. So I think Falcon, he's one of the safe ones. Mantis, the newest addition to Guardians of the Galaxy. She's too new to kill off, so I think she's 100% safe. Doctor Strange. A lot of y'all might find this surprising, but I think that Doctor Strange dying is going to be kind of a 50-50 chance. I mean, because we've seen him ensnared by his own trap by Ebony Maw, one of the members of the Black Order. But it would be something if he were to pass. And like I said, there's 2 sorcerers. There's 2 magic users, the Scarlet Witch, and then there's Doctor Strange himself. I mean, he might be in some future Avengers movies, or he might end up dying, and there's some stuff that happens with the Time Stone, the Soul Stone, that might happen. But we'll see. That's why I'm listing him as a question mark, 50-50 chance. War Machine. Could the MCU do without War Machine? I think that they can, but I don't think that. I mean, they got close to killing him off in Civil War. I think, to be honest, Falcon would be more likely to die than War Machine. I mean, but we'll see about that. I'm going to go ahead and put War Machine as a 50-50. Groot. everybody loves Groot. Groot's not a character that you kill off. I mean, and besides, he's already died in Guardians more than once, so we'll go ahead and see about that. I'm gonna say like there's probably like a 10% chance that Groot won't make it out of this one. Heimdall. Whoo! Heimdall, especially if Heimdall has the Soul Stone, he is he's probably like top 3 most likely to die. And along with the other Asgardians, Valkyrie, she might die because she's on that Asgardian ship of hers, and Loki. Loki's probably just as likely to die as Captain America. Loki, he'll be lucky if he makes it out of the first half hour of the movie, because Thanos has been tracking him ever since the end of the first Avengers movie, because he failed to get him the Tesseract. I know, yes, he's got it now. And as I mentioned in my other video, that if Loki and Thanos cross paths, either Thanos is going to kill him in exchange for not getting, for failing to bring in the Tesseract, but he's going to say, "Wait, I have the Tesseract." He's going to give it to him, and he's either going to kill him anyway or beat him within an inch of his life. And then Loki is going to join the Avengers to try to take down Thanos himself, or try to take down Thanos. Let's see. And a lot of people are wondering, well, where's Hawkeye and where's Ant-Man and Wasp? And even though they're listed as being in the movie. Now, Marvel, they can't give away everything. I think they're leaving out them for a reason. So we can't really jump the gun on them. So I think that Ant-Man, Wasp, and Hawkeye are safe. But, I mean, like I said, I think they're probably about 90% safe. And they're leaving them out of the trailers for a reason. I mean, like I said, everybody's complaining about why they're not in the trailer, why they're not being promoted. It's because Marvel's planning to do something with them, and they can't blow their load and give away too much. But anyway, those are my speculations for Avengers Infinity War. Hopefully everybody enjoys the movie. I know I'm going to, pretty thoroughly. And anyway, you guys leave your comments, your opinions, and your speculations in the comments. And don't give away. I mean, like I said, I'm doing this movie before the Infinity War movie actually comes out. So please be generous and don't leave any spoilers in the comments. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.